We want to send things out to Corey Reppenhagen, who's out driving around, keeping an eye on the roads as well. Corey, what are you seeing? Any improvement yet, or still pretty snow-packed?
No, we are seeing some really snow-packed roads. Even though the plows are doing a good job coming out here, every time they come by, they scrape a little bit more of a layer off of there, but we're still very snow-packed, and it's very difficult to tell what lane you're in. Now, right now, we're on Wadsworth in North Arvada. Let me give you a shot here from the 9 News weather camera on the dash cam to show you what's going on out there. Little slick here right at the intersection of Wadsworth and Church Ranch as we're heading up to pick up the Boulder Turnpike and head up there, where there's also some big snow totals of 8 to 9 inches being reported in the Boulder area, even official count of 9.7 inches up there. So a lot of snow out there. It's been an easy drive for us, I'll be honest, so far, because the traffic volume has been very light. But now you can see that the traffic is starting to pick up here on Wadsworth, and that's where you get into those situations where you have a lot of different speeds going on. There's some very slow drivers out there right now, and you gotta, you know, in my opinion, there's some of them that probably shouldn't be out there because they're a little skittish right now, but you have to give them their space and respect the fact that they are a little stressed out with this weather. We're doing fine, but not everybody is. So you have to respect everybody else out there on the road. We're heading down Wadsworth here. You can see the snowpack on the roads, and the traffic on the right lane is going much faster than the left. But we're making it through okay, and we haven't seen too many issues, even on those really steep hills on Wadsworth going through North Arvada. No typical people stuck up there where they normally are in these icy and snowpack situations. So far so good. We're going to make our way around some of this slower traffic and being most respectful as possible. John, I know you're not out there on the streets today, but you are out in this stuff, and we're 13 degrees right here in North Arvada, and some areas are reporting temperatures in the single digits.
Oh yeah, you know, we're out here in Denver as well. We're not far actually from the Stanley Marketplace. We're here at a recreation center, so behind me they've got the staff and crew trying to get the sidewalks and the parking lot ready here for people that are showing up for a workout here this morning. But this is also a warming center. If those experiencing homelessness need to come in and get some warmth, this is a good spot to do it. But still some light flurries coming down here this morning where I'm standing. But our drive out here to this location was pretty sketchy. I know Corey was just talking about that, but we've had some slippery conditions. The roads were not in great shape at this hour this morning. Imagine the crews are going to be out there trying to get that under control here today, but a lot of the side streets is where you're going to notice most of the problem. But as he mentioned, very chilly. It's cold out here. Bundle up if you're going to be out and about. Get the gloves on because it is chilly. It's going to be very, very crisp wherever you're going here this morning. Looks like they're putting down the salt here as well, or the de-icer here to help people get inside the building. But the conditions not the best here in Denver, but you know what? If you're going to be skiing, snowboarding up in the mountains, that might be a good spot for people that are heading out today. Matt Renew, our man in the mountains, how are the conditions up there today? I know you love this type of weather.
Hey, John. Yeah, you know, it ought to be a great powder day up in the high country today. Not a whole lot of snow, but just enough to have fun. It's been a pretty slow and steady storm rolling through the high country all morning long. You look at the resorts in the Summit County area, Copper Mountain, Breckenridge, Keystone, Loveland, A Basin, they're all showing about 2 to 3 inches of snow out of this storm. They're going to get a little bit more because it seems to be picking up just a little bit here in the mountains right now with the snow. And so look for a pretty good powder day, but if you're coming up into the mountains out of the Denver metro area, you're going to be in this snow the entire way. I-70 is snow-packed, slick, and icy. We've seen several plow trucks out along the interstate working to try to stay ahead of this storm, but the road is still starting to get a little clogged up with that snow as the traffic picks up for the weekend skiers. It might get a little bit worse throughout the day, but a pretty good snowstorm. You can see here in Frisco where we're at, we haven't had a whole lot of plow trucks move through here, and so this is a pretty good representation of what you're going to see on all the side roads and highways, and it's pretty snow-packed. And Well, not a lot of traffic yet, but that will change throughout the day. This has also been a kind of cycle of storms that we've seen all week long. Breckenridge, out of 7 days, reporting 14 inches of snow. So slow and steady has been the word and the pace with the storms in the high country, and that's great news for ski areas. There's still one more that has to open up at north here, Steamboat Springs, as far as the big ones go, and they're opening with more terrain than they've been able to open with in 8 years. 100 acres, 17 trails. So really good early season conditions. Gary, Corey, we're starting to get into that holiday season when things really start picking up as far as the tourist season. It'll pick up a little bit at Thanksgiving, and then it'll pick up a lot around Christmas. And so what this is really helping with is terrain too. The ski areas are opening, but now I think we're going to start to see a lot of terrain opening as well. And that's great news for the elbow room as we get out on the slopes.
It really is. And anytime you can ski Thanksgiving and not have to get out your rock skis, that's a good day.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
It sounds like tough getting up there, but once you do, shred the gnar, fresh powder up there.
Right? Shred the gnar, do your triple 360 quirks off the half pipe, and then be thankful you can do it again another day, I guess.
Yeah, I'll leave those up to you.
Yeah, me too. All right. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
All right, 6:09 right now. A new overnight Denver fire is investigating a fire in the basement of the Brown Palace Hotel. This started just before midnight. The fire was inside a 130-year-old chimney. Of course, fire crews had to work out in this cold and this storm as well. We don't know if anyone had to evacuate from the hotel. Nobody was displaced or hurt. We're still working to find out if there's any major damage inside the hotel.